And I think we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday community meeting. It's the 15th of June, 2015, and you are currently watching the recording or the live version of the SUMO community meeting on Monday. Without further ado, I just want to make sure that we are live on the channel as well. And we can go to the agenda. So we have one roundtable item added by Philip, and I think he's actually online. So Philip, please jump in and walk us through it, or I can do it for you if you want.
Oh, I will unmute. I hope it's not windy from here. Yes. I just wanted to bring this up because there are a few, not really spam-like, but off-topic questions showing up in the Buddy app, and not sure how to deal with them. So you can log them in the forums, but it's
Philip, when did you see those? Because I just checked last Thursday or Friday, I think, and I didn't see. I saw questions, but it wasn't concerning.
They were coming in over the weekend, but you can click on the link in the Etherpad. They will show up there.
Yeah, there are quite a few.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. I didn't check today. So yeah, we have to think about a way to monitor and solve this.
I think I have two questions about it. Our normal procedure in the forum would be to log these kind of things because they aren't outright spam, so we don't delete but log. But in this case,
yeah, in this case, I would suggest to delete them completely, because they look like spam to me.
What do you think, Adir?
Yeah, so this is one of the things. You can ask questions in Buddy Up without signing up, so there is no authentication, and we knew that there was kind of a risk involved in this. We still have certain safeguards in place, so they can't just overrule the forum with spam. There is the safeguards for what is called the rate limiting. But we have to, I guess, moving forward, decide whether it's worth it. I would say at the moment, yes. But maybe we have to come up with a solution for that. So in the meantime, I would just delete the ones that are spam or look like spam.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, well, talking about Buddy Up, Philip, you've probably seen that we started seeing questions in Buddy Up, and I also have good news. In Marketplace, it has been downloaded almost 2,000 times. So almost 2,000 people are using Buddy Up, or are having at least Buddy Up on their devices, which is pretty amazing because we made it public. I think less than 1 month ago. It was already in the marketplace since April, but because of a security issue we had, we just made it public 1 month ago. So, but indeed, we start receiving feedback, real feedback out there now, and we see issues. Thanks, Philip, for letting us know.
Okay, so the action items here will be probably any of the admins to delete the spammy posts, and that's going to be it, and we're going to keep observing what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Well, moderators can do it. So from my side, just feel free. If you see things like this in Buddy Up, Philip, just delete them. You don't need to mark them as off topic because they look like spam to me, or like somebody who's playing with the app. They just discovered it and they want to see how's it working. So it's not like accidental or anything, so just remove all of them.
And as an action item for me and Kadir, maybe Kadir, we can think about ways to avoid this in the future or to minimize this and follow up in the next community meeting with, our thoughts on this.
Yeah, I mean, let's do that.
Cool.
Okay, I'm just taking notes here, sorry. Okay, so yeah, the bottom line is, moderators, please delete anything that looks spammy to you, and we're going to have some updates from Hermina and Kadir soon on that. Cool, does anybody else have anything else before we dive into the agenda? Okay, if we don't have anything urgent, then we're going to go through the agenda right now. First of all, contributors of the week. So I have one nomination in place, and this is going to give everybody else some time to think about maybe adding somebody else. But last Thursday and Friday as well, Safwan, actually from our Bangladesh community, did an awesome job. He has been working on something that we only got to test together last week. And I still have to update a certain part of this to make it work for him as well. But generally what he did, he created a cool feature that will allow us to set up fallback locales for content. Right now what we have is fallback locales on kind of a whole locale level, so we can simply redirect language X to, or locale X to locale Y. Site-wide. What he did is adding a certain level of granularity to it, which allows us to do the same, but actually with a condition whenever an article is or is not localized for a locale. So in this case, as an example, if we have European Portuguese articles available, we show them to users. If we don't, we could show technically Portuguese Brazilian articles instead of defaulting to English. What is happening right now? Like by default, we would go to English. So this is a really cool feature. What we still have to do is figure out which locales could use this the most. I mean, Portuguese is one of the main ones. There's other languages that could be mapped like that as well, probably. But we'll be working on making this happen in the next weeks. So thank you very much, Safwan, for this. And we have Nino Vranesic nominated as well, but I'm not the one nominating, so I need somebody to say. Okay.
I did nominate him, and I wrote his name because I was sure you can read it properly. I was afraid I spell it wrongly. So yes, I just found out actually yesterday from Marsha that Nino suggested to add Badiap as under the hidden gems list in the marketplace, which was of great help. So he is one of the senior app reviewers, and it was a great help for us because this made it, made it be seen by a lot of users. So I truly appreciate this guy's help, and in general, all QA help we got for Badia. So yes.
Thank you, Hermina, for the explanation. And yeah, we had the chance to meet Nino in person in Bucharest, and yeah, he's definitely very embedded in the whole QA process, and he has loads of interesting ideas. So hooray for Nino. Okay, now we're going over to the SUMO development update. And Kadir, before you get there, I just added a post there on top because this is something that Mike just dropped into the forums like a minute before the meeting. We have been noticing some weird site behavior, so if you had some problems with accessing SUMO recently, go to that thread and maybe report as well. Mike put some more details in there. But yeah, that's for now. We know that something is happening, and we're going to have more information hopefully soon. And now I give the microphone over to Kadir.
Yeah, thank you, Michal. So Mike already updated what I would have actually said here otherwise. So currently in this sprint, what we are doing is, this is the last sprint of the quarter, so we are finishing up with our roadmap items. One of the things is the unified ask a question flow that should land very soon in the next few days. And the other thing is the mobile product landing page. So that's also in the works. And we currently don't have time for 25% items, so I think we have 1 or 2 bug fixes in there. But other than that, it's all really focused on getting done with our roadmap for this quarter.
Hey, thank you, Kadir. Does anybody have any questions or comments or?
If there are no questions, I have to leave for another meeting that's about to start in a minute. So if there's anything, let me know. And if not,
Okay, go for it. Just remember, people, that Thursdays we have the SUMO platform meetings where everybody's invited as well. They're happening in the same space, and there's an Etherpad link from the notes for this meeting. So you can definitely join us on Thursday and talk more about the technicalities of SUMO. Okay, Firefox Desktop, and Mark, over to you. Thank you, Kadir.
Yeah, so there's a lot of more minor features coming with the next version of Firefox. They are mostly minor, but there's a lot of them. And are we having one of these meetings next week, or are we not because of the all hands? Who knows?
Very good
We're
question.
not. Yeah, no,
We're not.
We're
So we won't have a chance to review these next week, so be on the lookout for the forums. I will post a sticky with more information later this week. But that's all.
Thank you, Mark. Any questions to Mark, like hot questions that you cannot really hold back until he actually gets his solution?
Looks like no.
Okay, we're fine there then. Thank you very much, Mark. And we're moving over to Firefox, Android, and iOS, and Thunderbird, and everything else that you have ever heard from Roland and more. Roland, it's yours.
Yes, on the eve of our all hands, I'm sad that Canadian visas suck and certain people will not be making it to Whistler. I'd just like to thank all the volunteers and staff members who helped with KB, localization, blah, blah, blah. And that applies to all 3 of the products that I have a hand in, Firefox for Android, Firefox for iOS, and Thunderbird. I don't have an update. Firefox 39, I don't think has much in it. But hopefully we can finish next week or the week after. Any questions on Firefox or Android?
Oh,
All right.
I have a comment actually. So it's not 39 specific, but we're working on a crash article for Android. So if anybody has any tips or resources that we can include in the article, please contact Roland and I.
Can you put the link to your work in progress article?
Sure.
Thank you. Joni, good point. Yeah. One of the major causes of discontent, we believe, with Firefox for Android is crashing. So we'd like to get some tips up there. Firefox for iOS, there is no update other than the fact that we will ship in a few weeks, hopefully. No promises. But to that end, I've had several requests. I'm still looking for Japanese volunteers. And I think we kind of need the Japanese volunteers ASAP. So all the people non-Japanese people who have requested access and who are SUMO people, I will add you to the list today. Hopefully that means you'll get access before the all hands. The Japanese people, I don't know what's going to happen there. Maybe I'm going to talk to some of the Japanese people in Whistler. Like, please. Not a big deal because the Japanese people are super fast when they do respond, so I'm not really that worried. However, we will be localizing SUMO KB articles probably in July. So, and Japanese is one of our critical locales along with German, French, Italian, and Spanish. That's it for Firefox or Android. Or for iOS, Android, you know, it's all mobile. Any questions on iOS? Thunderbird. Oh, Thunderbird 38 is out. Congratulations to the team. The Gmail authorization OAuth thing seems to work. We still need writers to edit the Lightning articles. No one has volunteered. However, I might do a few tweaks. Actually, I probably will. Before I leave on July the 1st. So, yes, I know I keep pushing this back. But, you know, it's only because of my lingering love and respect for the entire crew of volunteers and staff. Well, there are no other staff. Bring out Thunderbird. But yes, I am leaving on July the 1st. As of July 1st, need info me on a bug or email me directly. If you have Thunderbird consultation requests, I can help still. My final request is for people to please, who actually know what they're doing, which is some of the people on their call. If you're 100% confident you can back up and restore your Thunderbird email, or even better, if you know how to create a test profile and have a test account, email account, please try MailDeer. And on the weekend, Matt Harris, super contributor, and myself wrote an article on MailDeer and its current beta state in Thunderbird 38. That's it for Thunderbird.
Awesome, Roland. Any questions to Roland about Thunderbird? Okay, so we're moving over to community, and we have some updates over there.
Yes, it's from Mozilla Bangladesh SUMO community. We have, after a few months of hibernation, we have started our contribution again. Now we are aiming for the top 100 KB localization again, and then we have our planning for the rest of 2015. You can see the plan also there. There's the update from Bangladesh.
And this is awesome news, and I just have to say, Ashikur, if I can get to meet with the Canadian Prime Minister or something, I'm just going to talk to them about visas. That's it. I think somebody
Canadian
needs...
Prime Minister, I did not vote for him. Have I said that at least 3 times? I've never voted for him. I will never vote for him. He's not a nice person. Sorry, are you recording this? Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We're going to erase that part. We're going to put a big black box over everything. No, but generally, yeah, we'll do our best that things like this won't happen in the future. And yeah, it's going to be terrible, but we're going to make sure that you can join us somehow somewhere. We'll figure something out. Telepresence is growing. That's it.
Well, there's always December.
Yes.
Maybe we can ask you for December.
No problem.
That is true.
I can join virtually. It's not big.
Well, yeah, but you know how difficult that is, but we'll try.
We'll
Yeah,
try.
we
We'll try to make it work for everybody. Thank you for the updates, Ashikur, and Knowledge Base, Joni.
Yeah, so it's been about 3 years since the article review guidelines have had any significant updates. So when you get the chance, if you're a new reviewer or if you've been reviewing a while and you think that we need to reassess some of the guidelines, please go ahead and start a thread in the article, and we will look at it and update it as needed.
We misclicking here. Sorry, I just couldn't connect for a second. But
Johnny, I have a question about the knowledge base.
Yeah.
In our meeting, we have figured out that people from Bangladesh used to search in our own language, in the Google search or in other search engines. So when we localize the KBs, can we add our custom keyword so our people can find those articles easily?
So you have two different search engines and 2 dialects for the search engines, or am I understanding correctly?
If you can add custom keyword, like we have keyword for every KB. So can we add our custom keyword in the KB localization so our people can easily search those articles?
Yeah, I would recommend that. I don't know if you have a custom keyword field in the other locales. But in English, yeah, you do have custom keywords, and you can add your own to your language.
Thank you.
yeah, as Joni said, you should be totally able to add your own keywords. If there are any keywords that you can localize in the original, feel free to localize only these. If you have ideas of any other keywords that you think could be good, you can add them there. If you don't see any keywords in the source for any reason, you can still add your own keywords as well in your own locale. Definitely go for that. Okay, thanks for the update and for the questions. And Elton, an update for today, the kind of main one, because there's way too many things to talk about at length. Please, 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 if you're localizing, we have this Pocket article, and as you know, Pocket is kind of on one hand, it's a popular. On the other hand, it's a controversial feature for Firefox right now. So even though it's available only in a limited amount of locales as an actual feature existing in the browser for now, please do localize this article because it got updated recently, fairly recently, with very important information for actually all users of Firefox. Generally about finding or figuring out where to find the pocket button and how to actually enable or disable this feature. So this is fairly important. I will be pinging people from the leaders for different locales as well. But this is just to all those who are on the call and to all those who are going to watch it later. Definitely take care of that. It's going to help a lot of users figure out what exactly is going on. And the support forum.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you again on this beautiful warm Monday. So there are no major updates for the forum. I just wanted to thank some new top contributors. Microrobot, Sermeo, Raul Decoded, and also 2 new people who are working on the Spanish forums, Bob Sickle and Gallo J. So thank you guys for your awesome contributions in the last few weeks. Great work, and I hope to see you more often. And yeah, if you have any questions, anything to comment, I hope I can also see you on the contributor forums and in these meetings here. And welcome to our lovely SUMO community. Glad to have you around. And of course, our users are more than happy to have you around. Thank you so much for all your efforts and for everything that you do for Mozilla and the big love. And that's it from me for today.
Okay, thank you, Madalena. Any questions to me or Madalena about anything? At least not for now. That's good. Just to summarize, we will have one action item for the upcoming days, not necessarily for next week, because next week the meeting is probably not going to happen, most likely. We're going to probably call it off officially on the forum so that people know what's going on. But Hermine and Kadir will update us about spam, potential spam in BuddyUp and what can be done with this. But for now, the moderators, feel free, dear moderators, feel free to delete anything that looks like spam whatsoever, whatever the source. I mean, spam is spam, that's it. If it smells like spam and looks like spam, it's probably spam, or just somebody being a bit lost. Okay, for the help needed section, we have a few things there. We're still trying to figure out how to improve the Get Involved page visuals, and we are going to have some updates about that. There's going to be a bug open. I'm sorry, I keep saying that since last week, but there have been other things happening, but there will be a bug open about updating the page, and everybody involved is going to voice their opinion there. For now, we're trying to figure out what font would work best for us there to make it actually display in all different locales, all the characters that we need. So if you have any ideas, if you're a font geek, and I know that there's a lot of font geeks out there because I used to be one as well, let us know. There's a bug in there. We also are renaming Thunderbird articles. There's a list. The top 50 articles are listed there. If you have any suggestions, if you want to show your love for Thunderbird with your creativity, go over there. Let us know. And as always, remember we have a blog and we have a Twitter account. And thanks to everybody who's following us on Twitter and retweeting and tweeting at us and whatnot. That really helps. Yeah, we're there for you. If you need anything or if you think that anything should appear on those social media channels that we have for SUMO, do let us know and we'll work on that. And that said, last minute, anything? Anybody?
Yeah, for me, something came up. I'm doing sort of a review of our canned response tool and the support forms, and I noticed a lot of people seem to be using their own canned responses. So I'm curious to talk to some contributors about how they use canned responses and why they use maybe their own tools and not ours, and what they like in their own tools that our tool doesn't have. Because I think very few people are using our tool, and I think that there's an opportunity there for us to make it better. So if you have things to say or just want to have a chat with me about that, I would love it. So message me on IRC or send me an email, and we'll do like a quick video chat or even just a chat over IRC. Thanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mark.
Cool.
Yeah, I should talk to the top contributors. Reach out to them if they don't reach out to you.
Yeah, I'll post something on the forums as well, but I just wanted to put that out there for everybody who's here.
Cool, and I'm just going to point fingers and just say that Madalena is probably going to help you with that as well. Okay. She's like, yeah, I hate you now, Michał. Okay, don't say anything anymore.
No, but that's what's implied. Considering that, no, but we can talk about it now.
You can push me towards a grizzly bear in a week or something.
We have some discussions about these kind of things already, so I can help there.
Okay, cool, great. Thank you very much, everybody. Then I'm going to give another 10 seconds of time for anybody to just jump in if they have anything while I blabber about here. But that will be it then. We won't see you next week, most likely. That's kind of already probably a foregone conclusion, but still. Have a good week. Remember about the meeting on Thursday, which is the platform meeting, same time as usual, 6 o'clock as well, European time. We will post about it as well. See you in the forums. See you everywhere else. See you on IRC. Thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.